right, the ladies from The View were discussing the whole BP disaster, and Obama said that we should pray and hope for things to get better. And look, we have the video, and it explains what everybody says. Some people were offended, like Janine Garofalo, at the fact that he said that we should pray.
All right, let's check it out.
Intro, and she said that the president was out of line for calling for prayer and faith to help in the Gulf. It's an amazing thing. Take a look at this clip.
I didn't feel it was a strong speech, and I felt the prayer thing he did was pandering and anti-intellectual and just sort of a waste of time. When politicians use that prayer stuff, it is anti-intellectual. It has nothing to do with what has happened. It has nothing to do with any real way to solve a problem.
You know, I don't know. I think, God forbid, day, what is this, 62, right. Nothing is working in our human capacity. God forbid a bunch of people should come together and say, let's call on something that is beyond us to see if he can come in and help with what's going on.
Sherry.
Yeah, you know, and I think, and it's okay if you think it's anti-intellectual, but for a lot of people, faith and prayer works.
I think it's, I think it's day 64.
Day 64. Nothing is working.
Yeah.
Millions of barrels of oil gushing out. Nothing is working.
Prayer may be the only thing that can help this situation. So I think that is on everybody's minds. Not to mention that prayer is protected as in our freedoms of this country.
Well,
so
the only problem is
isn't it discrimination?
Well, there's separation of church and state. Let's not forget that.
Is it discrimination to say to somebody, you're not smart? In fact, you're dumb because you pray.
That's the problem. She should have said unintellectual rather than anti-intellectual.
That to me is bigotry.
Because unintellectual faith is something that you feel. Thinking is something that you do with your brain.
It's smart assessment.
It's different.
But you know,
it's different. No, it's not. It's not a feeling.
Intelligent people who
pray. It's not a feeling. It's that I feel like
people pray, and especially now that everything. What are you going to pray to? Let's see. Who do I pray to? Tony Hayward of BP or God? I pick God.
It's just a question to me of when we pray. There are countries that pray 5 times a day as a country. We pray when we get in trouble. Whenever, like, to God, we must be that kid that calls every time he needs some money.
All the time. Right.
Like, we don't pray, and like every time, like, God must hear us and go, what happened now? Because
why not do like a preemptive prayer? Pray for alternative energy. That way you don't have
people are doing preemptive prayers. The thing about it, people are praying all of the time. It's just you only hear about.
Right. All right. So, people are praying all the time. How's that working out for them? Okay, now look, Garofalo shouldn't have said anti-intellectual because that sounds demeaning, etc. On the other hand, they're clearly wrong. I mean, and I feel bad saying that, right? But here, I'll bet you $1 billion. Get everyone in the country to pray that the oil stops spilling into the Gulf of Mexico and don't do anything else. I guarantee you I win the bet. God will not come down and go, oh, you know what? Reach down with his invisible hand and go, oil, you will now stop. Okay, it just doesn't work that way. You know, it just doesn't. Mm-hmm. And so, and then Elizabeth Hasselbeck put me over the top when she said, that's the only thing that can help.
I know.
No, pipes, machines, drills can help. Okay, I don't even agree with the Joy Behar. She said, it was a cute little line, and would I rather pray to God or pray to Hayward? Actually, who's more likely to stop it? Tony Hayward or God? As much as I dislike the guy, of course Tony Hayward's more likely to stop it. His company's the one that's working on trying to stop it. Now, they're not doing a very good job, but they're going to do a lot better job than if you just leave it and go, hey, God, you got this? You're on it? Okay, great, fantastic. No, and then Hasselbeck was like, oh, it's not a feeling. But it is, because you can't prove it. I'll let you have at it, Hoss. I'll let you pray to it, over and over with as many people as you like for as many days as you like, and it's not going to work. And until, of course, like 17 years later, it finally stops because all the oil's out, right? And they'll be like, we told you. You see? God made it stop.
Yeah, my only thought about this whole thing was that it was such a non-issue. It shouldn't have been brought up. Janine Garofalo shouldn't have said what she said. And then the ladies at The View shouldn't have had like a 20-minute discussion about it. It's a non-issue. Let's seriously focus on what we can do to stop it and what Obama hasn't been able to achieve yet in terms of this BP disaster. Let's not focus on him calling to prayer.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying because you're distracting people.
Exactly.
And as if like that's the real issue at hand. Did Obama pray too much? Did he pray too little? That's irrelevant.
Exactly.
What's irrelevant is what is he doing to stop the spill in human terms, not in celestial terms.